This is Joseph and I am a graphic designer. Today I invite you on this journey as I design Merry Christmas poster. Let's open our software. This is Adobe Photoshop. Go to File, New, choose your own size. I'm using 2400, 2700. I will, in the course of this designing, make a few tweaks to this layout. A few things you need. One is your subject. Two is the canvas that we've just created, or the size of your poster. And three, you need some resources to make that Christmas look come to life. So let's start with the first one, the subject. The subject, you come here, File, and Place Embedded. Choosing this image that already has no background. I already removed the background for the same. Let me put it here. I think it stays well there. The second, we have the background already. We started with the background, so we do not need to term it as a second. So we'll go next to the resources that we need. One, you need a background that is shouting Christmas. And two, the other resources that will bring out Christmas. Let's start with the background. I'm looking for a red. Just simply drag it somewhere there. Once it's covered everything, in the layers panel, drag it down. The second item I said you need resources that bring out Christmas, and here is one. I'll just simply drag it onto this design like so. And because I do not want this predictable border, I will choose to rasterize this layer. Either duplicate the speckles and move them around, or clear the edges so that we do not have a clear boundary of where these things are coming from and ending. Third, we need to type Christmas. Starting with Christmas. Christmas. The font I'm using is Anton Bold. For Christmas, I'm dragging it on top of this tree here. Another thing I want to do for this Christmas is to do a few effects. The first one is a gradient overlay, or gradient, depending with how you want to pronounce it. The second effect that I'm putting onto this font is a stroke, and I want it in white, like so. And okay, this size works for me. The other thing I want to do is to type the word or the text Merry and size it up. After I size it up, I want to choose a different font, a more playful or fancy font for the Merry. Move it like so. And because we cannot see it well, back to effects, and this time I'm choosing drop shadow. And then after tweaking a few of these parameters, it lands to somewhere that I think I like it. There. So now I could move this text around to make it look like the way I want it. Okay. Something else down here. Let me type another text. And happy holidays. I'll come back to picking the font that I used for Christmas, and that was Anton Regular. Let me stick with white. After I've done all this, the other problem I have right now is this area down here. We cannot see their feet. The picture abruptly cuts off. So I'll introduce a layer on top here. But because I want these elements to remain, I want the text on top of this. So I'll drag this layer here and then pick a color in the same family as this red, just the neighbors. And then with my brush tool selected with a soft round brush and picking a normal as my mode, I want to wash it like so. This works, but I think I need it darker, so I'll do that again. Introduce that layer, make it darker, so that this subject fades, or the bottom part of the subject fades into this background. I want to be a bit messy with the number of elements I have in my design, so I'll go back to my Christmas folder and do this. Don't know what you call them, but I just want to do them here. Remember, all these elements I'm importing into this document are PNG. Keep following, I'll tell you where to get these resources from. You could comment down below if you're a designer where to get this. So because I do not like the red, too much red on this side, I'll introduce yet another layer. I'll keep just adding layers. This is the beauty of designing under Adobe Photoshop and design software. This is too bright. I'll choose something that is just lighter than this right here. Maybe this, so that it brightens up this part and that part, like that. For this bottom space, I could get a message and write it down below. So I'll be back in a bit with the message. Type it down here together with their names. Here's the finished Merry Christmas poster. I am your go-to designer. Please reach out to me on my WhatsApp or on my email for these services. See you in the next one.